Yes, do this, please. Thank you. All right. Ah! Oh, I should just start doing things. Oh my gosh, I almost really messed with my OBS. No, no, don't do that. Hello. I have no idea if this is working or not. All right. Oh, now I can check it to see if it's working. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 30,862.9. It certainly looks like I'm doing a thing. Yep, there we go. All right, I can be heard. I'm hearable. I'm wearable. I'm wearable. I'm terrible. And I am carable. We gotta figure out what's going on with this face today. Um, yep, that's probably going to be spending a lot of this time. All right, first things first. Hello. My name is 10K Hours, putting in the time, so my art is no longer a crime. I am working on some project today, and I must be kind of excited about this because um, I usually do I usually do warm up as a stream starts, but I've been doing my warm up before recently. I've just been kind of drawing more in my free time, which is good. I like that, and yeah. Um, I'm also needs to figure out this hair. Like, I just gave him like some light bulb looking ass hair, and that is not right at all. We gotta be fixing that. We gotta be fixing that. Yeah, this is one of those things where I knew I was gonna need to like come back to it a couple days later so I could see what the heck the issue was. Um, it is now those couple days later. All right, what do we got here? Is this what layer is this? Okay, it's that layer. All right, let's. Man, I'm getting better at drawing people. This looks like a person, except for the head. All right, there's a couple things I need to do. One, I need to bring the chin down because this guy's got a low chin. Uh, and I gotta fix the eyes for sure. I gotta fix the nose. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Let's just be honest about that. Whoa, welcome back. Letting the brain soak. I get it. Yep. Hello, the sad noise. All right. But I've been warming up before stream, so we're just gonna jump friggin' straight into it. We gotta uh, we gotta fix these eyes first and foremost because there's something just I don't remember if it was you or somebody else. Whoa! Oh, too far. There we go. Someone said they looked a little serial killery, and I was like, I don't see it. But the more I thought about it, I was like, I do see it. Then I realized what it was. It was the top eyelids. They're too high. You need to come down just a little bit. All right. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh. Remember how on Tuesday I was having a good art day? I am not feeling the same today. All right. And then there's something weird about that helps. That definitely helps. But there's also something weird about this part of the eye too. Oh my gosh. My ears are ringing terribly again. I don't know what it is about like the weather or whatnot, but my ears have been really bad lately. There we go. All right, let's back it up. Oh no. How are we looking? It's better. It's definitely better. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on the face today. I just know it. There we go. Actually, erasing that much of the nose helped a lot, strangely enough, because nose does not go down that far. Well, in D&D, people are hobo murderers. Pretty much, yeah. Currently working on logo for my channel. Nice. A helpful critic pointed out how bare bone it is. Uh, yep. Oh gosh, what is it? Um, it's been months ago, but for mine, I set a goal. It was one Sunday stream. I was like, all right, I have an idea for my logo. I am going to do as much as I can in 2 hours, and with whatever I got at the end of it, that's what I stick with. And I think I'm just going to keep that up going forward. Just be like, hey, I got like 2 hours to make this. Whatever I got, I got. That's it. Um, and I think I did that in February. So I might do it again in August just to see like, hey, how much have I grown in these past 6 months? Actually not a bad idea now that I think about it. Also, I gave this guy like some serious like light bulb head hair, and that is deeply not how what his hair looks like. I gotta fix this. It's so tall too. We gotta fix this. We gotta fix this. Also, okay, yeah. Also, it's this part right here that goes up and is in a deeply wrong spot. As you look at this, like the part of his head that goes up is like right over the edge of his eyebrows, so it's like way back there. So this should be like over here. Oh my gosh. That's one of those things that I wasn't even thinking about, but now that I've had like some time and distance and I can come back to it, I can see it. There's a lot of things like that. Also, things might be loud in the background because I'm doing laundry. And there's a good chance I might just... I did stream it. Currently, I'm just sketching out ideas. I don't remember when that was. I have no... And I did not record my streams back then. I've started it now. But hell, I even made a YouTube channel where I'm putting up the VODs. I don't know why. Although I haven't put up like the last three, well, last two. I need to do that. It was just like one of those things that was just like a fit of rage I had one day. Not a fit of rage, but just a fit of like energy. And I went in, set up the YouTube channel, and started doing it. And I was like, huh, all right, well, I guess this is a thing now. Oh my god. Hold on, there's something I need to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. No. What just happened? No. I went too far back. There we go. Oh my god, please. I'm trying not to make... Okay, there's that. Like, I never made, like, where the stuff on this face actually is. I do enjoy being able to... mm. Alright, so I'm going back and forth, and I'm... Oh, no, please. And I'm, like, doing my practices on my iPad, and then I'll, like, come on here to draw. And on my iPad with the pen I have, um, I can't do like, oh, I draw light and it's a lighter line, and I press down and it's a thicker line. I can't do that with the pen I have because it's not made to do that. So I get over here and I'm like, yeah, I just want to draw, and I'm like doing good stuff, like I'm moving the entire arm and whatnot, but still it's like if I'm not paying attention, I press down really hard and it gets really thick really fast. All right. I'm really glad I put this on a different layer, like a smart person who does smart things, which is not usually me, but here we are. Whew. I tell you what, I was tired, and there was a part of me that was like, do I want to stream today? But as soon as I got started, I'm into it. Oh, please. I want to draw a curved line and it not look like shit. I want to draw a curved line and it not hate it. All right, let's just go slower. All right, it's 12 minutes in. Oof. All right, 1 second. I have to go switch out around my laundry. I'll be back. All right, there we go. Gotta have some clean clothes for tomorrow. All right. What to fix next? Everything. Okay. I can't. I was about to say I can't spend too much time on the face, but that's literally the most important part. So, you know what? Screw it. I don't know why I'm doing this. I already have the entire face drawn. This is This is, yeah, we don't need this. I'll just make this the next layer that I'm going to use. Let's just friggin' go. All right, there's a couple things here. We need to fix this just the tiniest bit. Just the tiniest bit. And are the eyes even? No, they're not. I think I've tried to make the eyes more even like 30 times, and they're somehow still not even. Alright, I like the eyes being open like just a touch wider. Okay, now that's too wide, I think. Actually, hold on. There we go. I think it's exactly the same as it was before. I think I need to go like 1 pixel down. Because there's something that reads to me about the eyes still not being even, which means they might not be. Alright, let's look at it from a distance. It's definitely looking better. That's for sure. Alright, let's fix some other stuff. Alright, first things first, we got to fix the jaw. There's a guy in the reference that my player specifically gave me has a way lower jawline. Now giving this guy a high one. Okay, that's terrible. It's gonna go in just like a little. Alright, there we go. There we go. Uh, you have your Discord still? I want your input. Not right now. OC. Alright, yeah, sure. Send it on over. Once I get really frustrated because I have a feeling I might not be having a good art day. Although, before I was. I'm doing a just for fun piece that's called Girl in Wind. Because it's just a girl in the wind. That I'm doing on my tablet. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Also, this chin's way too much. And the mouth is too small. Mouth too small, chin too big. Chin too much. Alright. There we go. There we go. I like that more. There we go. Now it's looking a little bit better. Maybe this will. I'm gonna wait until I'm like really doing some very fine details on the face before I commit too heavily to like changing the chin, because I think it's at least closer. But it's kind of difficult to tell without the proper shadowing and shading when it's just like the 2D background. All right, now we gotta fix this hair. It did not go up nearly as high as I had it before, and it goes out wider, so it's probably only really about like, let's see, the top of this guy's head is like only really about like right there. Hold on. Why am I, what? No, what? It's only really about like, what? Why? What? Why? What's happening right now? Oh, that's because it's only really about like right there. So that means at its thickest, he's got about a couple inches of space. So this guy's top of his head is going to be about right here. So it needs to go only about up to like there at the highest, maybe? No, because that's where the top would be. It's like 2 inches, maybe? It is going to go up higher than I think. I do need to prepare myself for that. So you know what? I can always pull it back. Let's shoot for the moon and try to hit the moon because that's where we want to go. But then we can always pull back and use the gravity to force ourselves back down to reality. Oops, I was trying to make a snap back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity joke. And I realized I'd done it backwards and I've already said the words gravity and reality, so wasn't going to work. All right, it's also going to go out. It's going to go out further than I had it initially. So let's try to set some parameters here. So let's keep it blocky, and then we can iterate. Oh boy. Oh my goodness gracious. Not quite like that. It's definitely more rounded on the sides, that's for sure. But at least and I'm just trying to get the outline right now, if I'm going to be honest. Man, it's hard to tell what someone's hair looks like straight on when you're looking at it from the side. Or at a 3/4 angle like this. And it also looks like he might have, or no, that's just shading in the hair itself. This is gonna be a real fun thing to shade. Because I was saying it almost looked like it had like a groove right there, but that's not it. That's just the shading the author chose to do for the hair. I have no idea how I'm going to shade this. I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to have to use like a spray brush. I might have to get like actually a specific brush for this. It's also like where it gets thinner, it's going to show through a little bit more, and that's how you're going to show like the thickness. This is this is this hair is going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done to date in art. I have no idea how I'm going to do it because there's all sorts of extra stuff that I just don't know how to do yet, which means I'm going to have to learn it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I really just wanted to get started. So we're just getting started. We're going to get the basics done, and then I'm going to figure out what I need to learn as we go along and then learn it. It's not a bad way to do it. Be like, all right, we're getting up to this. I'm going to need to be able to learn how to do this. I'm going to need to know how to do X. So let's learn how to do X. Okay. All right, so the hair is looking better. It doesn't look like he has a light bulb head anymore. It's looking more like an actual haircut. All right, there we go. We got the basics. I I don't hate looking at his face anymore, so there we go. All right. Wow. It's funny how like adding a little stuff to the ears added a lot of dimensionality to the face. That's always weird. Okay. Okay. What do we need to focus on next? The brows. Yeah, this dude doesn't have some pencil thin brows. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Let's let's be smart about this, so I'm not constantly going back and forth. Wabam, wapow. There we go. Let's put these two next to each other because this is the face I'm trying to draw. All right. So that way they're like both in frame at the same time. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Let's do this. All right. Let's focus on hair. All right. I like I'm noticing. I've really given him a tomato soup can head. I fix that a little bit. Okay, that's better. All right, that's better. Actually, hold on. There's a couple things. Heads don't do this. Heads aren't straight lines. Oh, wow, does that help? Adding like a little bit of curve there? Holy cow, hold up. Let's do this on both sides. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now he doesn't look like he has a head that's made out of a soup can. Wow, that helped. All right, there's still a bunch of things I need to fix. Now, bring back this. Oh, by the way, I know I was talking at the end of last stream how I had the Dog Days of Summer by Florence and the Machine stuck in my head. I did listen to that song. I didn't listen to it right after the stream. I listened to it today because I was like, I gotta get this stuck out of my head. It didn't help. It's now more stuck in there. And I actually know the lyrics now, which just means I'm more likely to sing it. Run fast for your mother, fast for your father, run for your sisters, run for your children, all your sisters and your brothers. Leave all your love and your longing behind. You can't carry 'em with you if you want to survive. There we go. All right. Now this is looking more like a person rather than something I'm trying to make look like a person. Man, my ears are ringing. All right. I don't want to make the face too round because this guy has definitely got like, this guy's got a chiseled chin. I want to keep that. But then again, faces be not straight lines. Oh man. I think I got the hair too flat if I'm going to be honest. All right. part I'm not looking forward to, lips. Because I don't know how to draw lips. They always end up looking a little weird. Guy definitely has this. Whatever this like little rivulet in between the nose and the bottom of the top lip is that apparently is like that apparently that trait is like going extinct in humans because like we're evolving so that we just don't need that anymore because whatever trait it served, it it just isn't needed. So we're just like losing it over time, or it's becoming less and less pronounced, which I think is wild. Although, so I think stuff like that is cool. Although I had a, what is it? I had a teacher in, she was ninth or 10th grade let's see, we have all to have bigger heads for the headphones we wear. Uh, oh man, you know, I don't know if that's a joke or not because there was a part of me that laughed immediately, but then there was a part of me that thought about it and was like, nah, I'd see it. Yeah. Um, what is it? I had a teacher, it was a biology teacher in like, it was ninth or 10th grade. I don't remember which grade. Actually, I think it was 10th grade, was biology. And she swore up and down that one day humans would uh, evolve so that we didn't have hair because it just wasn't necessary anymore. Uh, at the time, I was like, huh, you know what? She's got a point. Now that I'm older, I'm like, she was full of shit. Um, there's no way humans will evolve so we don't have hair. We take too much pride in it. Uh, and even though it doesn't really like serve any like, even though it doesn't really serve like any practical use for survival, it's definitely, definitely, definitely something that is used by pretty much everybody when it comes to like selecting a mate. Like if somebody has like, ooh yeah, I like their hair, like that's something that we look for. Um, or as well as like certain hairstyles and like long hair or short hair or things like that uh, are things that are like people find attractive. So even though it might not like functionally serve a purpose, but when it comes to like literally like finding someone that we are attracted to, it's it can be very important. So no, she was right about a bunch of things, but I think that one she was full bullshit. Let's see. We need hair for head protection just as much as beards help with protection from tax jaw. I think I remember that. Beads help distribute pressure. Beards. They help distribute pressure. Yeah. Pressure where? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have a big beard and you're getting punched in the jaw, it's definitely going to act as a bit of a cushion. That's for sure. All right. What are we doing? How are we doing on the lips? All right. So I want to get a little bit more of this like wry smile in here. Ah, no. Actually, if I'm gonna do a little bit more of the wry smile, it's got to start sooner. Like the these muscles pull up, but they don't just pull up like this one little section. They pull up pretty much the entire mouth. So if I'm gonna have a little smile, it's gotta might start over here, but it's gonna end like more towards the middle. There we go. Let's see how this looks. Then change the lips to match. Right now, I at least think I have a younger looking version, or something approaching a younger looking version than that guy. There we go. Eh. Oh, I know what it is. All right, even if you just have like a like a one-sided smile, you're still smiling with the other side a little bit. Man, it's always stuff like this where things I've never thought about don't make sense until I try to do them, and I just like instinctually know like that's not right. So yeah, so this side needs to be going up just a little bit. This side just goes up more. Okay. It's stuff like this that I love, where I'm like, oh wow, I've literally never thought about this. Let's see. All right, how does this look from a distance? All right, we're getting better. I'm liking this guy's look more and more. I'm liking it more and more and more. All right, let's focus on something else for a little bit, because I think I'm hitting like a critical mass on stuff that I can do here. Um, let's see. I'm going to be covering these up with shoes and rocks. Uh, and this arm as well. I picked like the easy hand, the one that's like clenching a fist with the back of the arm to me, as like the one to cover and rock. And then I made the difficult hand, the one that's just like open, and he's gonna have some magic in. I don't know what magic. I don't know if he's ever actually cast a spell. Actually, you know what? I think I know what it's going to be now. Okay. Alright. This is another one of those things I just had to think about for a bit, I guess. Or just not think about for a bit, and then I come back to it. I'm like, wait a second. I've got it. Um, so he got his little, he's not little, he's medium sized, which means he's somewhere between 4.5 and 6.5 feet tall. You know, average human sized and or dwarf. Dwarves are medium sized, even though they're shorter. Their sheer girth makes up for it. What am I doing? Actually, hold on. This is why you flip your drawings. Well, now it looks like this eye is lower, and that's the one I keep. Gosh darn it. The eye's definitely lower now. Can they just never be on the same place? Are they star-crossed lovers? Now, what looks weird? I see what looks weird. Man! Oh my god. This is another thing that I wish I had been doing before now. I knew how to do it, I just wasn't. Is flipping my freaking canvas. Because all of a sudden I realized that The jaw looked a little weird. That looks a lot better now. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh yeah, I got the brows to worry about, but I want to do this hand. It's hand time. All right. Instead of drawing them like this is gonna be easy. It's just gonna be like hand splayed. I'm sending this hand done logo in Discord. Oh, sweet. Speaking of hand done, I'm gonna do a little bit of this. I always can do this. I just don't. All right. Let's draw some fingers. Let's get these fingies. All right. So it's gonna be. All right. Actually, hold on. Fingers are gonna be splayed out. So, luckily this is a left hand, so I can just literally look at my left hand. All right. This is also excellent practice because I need to be drawing so many more hands. Actually, hold on a second. Okay. All right. Ooh, doggy. Ooh, doggy. I don't know why I'm started saying that in earnest. Ah, doggy. That's not the kind of thing you say. And mean. Where did that come from? uh, one of those days, huh? All right. Yeah. Yes. All right. All right. All right. Let's get rid of some of these. let's get rid of some of these extras. Oh, the opacity is way down. That explains a lot. Anyways, I wanted to do that. All right. Uh, all right. Let's erase some of these extra little bits and bobs and wigs and wogs that are in here. Could have just said lines, but my brain was like, no, say something dumb. Bits and bobs, wigs and wogs. Okay. It was very good that I got rid of those lines right there because it made this look crazy. Um, okay. I see. I'm sorry. I'm seeing the reason why this looks so weird. This is going out at too much of an angle. We need to scale this back a bit, and it's we need to keep these perpendicular. All right. But not like super skinny like I've done. Also, I've made this middle finger so thick. Just so thick. It's just the thickest finger. I draw really thick fingers. Alright. Okay, actually that looks better. Okay. And then fingers. Here's. Okay. Fingers. Fingers. Why are fingers? Who are fingers? When are fingers? I don't need to know what. I know what they are. I just don't know why or who. Who's done this? Alright, the thing about fingers is that, gosh, things like hands, hands and faces, I think, are those things that humans just kind of instinctually know, like, understand when they're off. So it's easy to tell when something's just like a little messed up. It's like, what is it? Um, if you ask, oh, it's like, oh, an animation. Horses are notoriously difficult to animate. Uh, A, because they're weird and difficult to draw. Um, and B, like a horse like in gallop and running is like one of those things that as a human, you'd never be able to draw all the steps from memory. You would never be able to do that just like a regular lay person who's never done it. But um, if you see like a running animation of a horse that's not right, you can pick it out a mile away. You're like, oh, that looks weird. And you won't even be able to know, you most likely won't even be able to tell why it's weird. You just be like, nope, that's wrong. And there's a bunch of things in drawing where it's like, oh, that's wrong. Like this finger or this hand. Okay, that's a lot better. Nope. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't even ask. You sent me a logo, but what's this logo even for? I don't even think I know. Let's see, is it going to be for your channel? Or is it for your studio? Why does this look right and this look wrong? How different are you? Let's see. Because I can see that this one has a name and an area code, and this one looks like a bad police sketch. Oh man. There we go. Oh. There's also like a bunch of little things like my Twitch channel, I just started streaming, wanted to show my progress in this rhythm game. Awesome. Way to go, man. Let's see. Are you the sad noise on Twitch as well? That's a bad way of saying it. Is your channel called The Sad Noise as well? I was like, that sentence made sense. And then it kept ringing around in my head. And I was like, no, that sentence didn't make sense. I was real confident of that sentence. I can't figure out why, I can't figure out why this one's weird. I kept picking it too. Hold on. I know it just looks like, okay. Sorry. It might look like I'm drawing errors and or dicks, but I just realized something. Um, but I just realized something. Like, oh gosh, there were some times in the beginning where I tried to draw an arrow to something, and it honestly, this isn't too far off what it normally is, but it would look like even worse. It would like go like that, and it would like be me doing an honest attempt at an arrow. I just kind of did that. Okay, well, um, I just without thinking made okay, but I okay now that I'm trying to do it without thinking about it, it's ending up looking a lot like it used to. But I just had a moment where I actually realized I had some growth because I drew a decent arrow without really trying. I was like, oh shit, I can do that now. And then I immediately started trying to not try, and it ended up looking exactly how it used to in the past. So, but why this finger look weird? Oh, fingers aren't sausages. Fingers are skyscrapers. That's a really weird thing that I just said. But fingers are thicker on the bottom. Just like every tall building. Uh, you might not know this, but uh, almost every tall building, even if it's only inches, is technically, uh, okay, this is a terrible way of saying it. This is another fantastic sentence brought to you by yours truly, 10K hours. But every tall building is uh, doesn't go up like doesn't go up like oh my god, please stop making the lines really thick, please stop making lines real thick. Okay, I'm on a 10, that's probably why. Every tall building doesn't go like straight up and down. They're actually like curved in like this, almost like a pyramid, but the curve is just so slight you don't notice it. Like the difference between the uh the difference between the diameter of the bottom floor and the diameter of the top floor can be like a couple feet, but still, almost every tall building is actually, well, let's make it a little bit more pronounced. Like that, they're just really good at hiding it. That's because A, it's sturdier, and B, uh, it's sturdier, and C, it's sturdier, and D, it's sturdier and makes it less likely to fall over. Which, when you have a really tall building in the midst of a whole bunch of other tall buildings in a really tightly compact area with a lot of people in it, having a building that doesn't fall over is a good thing. All right. So that's why when I'm out here shouting, fingers are skyscrapers, not sausages, that's what I mean. Screaming at the heavens, you guys don't understand! Buildings are skyscrapers! The police are coming and grabbing her away. Skyscrapers, I tell you! All right. And that's why this one looked more normal-ish. But I need to like fix up this area just a touch. Oh my god, I'm spending so much time on this one hand. Good. I was about to be like, I need to not do this. Then I realized that was dumb and I need to be doing this. Oh, your love and you're long behind. Can't carry 'em with you if you want to survive. I still have the dog days stuck in my head. Damn it! I even listened to the song on like the version that had all of the lyrics. Don't do that if you have a song stuck in your head, because then you just know the lyrics better, so it's easier to sing. You just need to listen to the song so much that you get sick of it. Or make it your ringtone or alarm that wakes you up in the morning, like I've done with some songs. My current favorite wake up song is Safe Retreat by King's Kaleidoscope. That is a fantastic song, highly recommend. It's one of those just like, oh man, yeah, that's a good song kind of things, which is strangely good to wake me up. And now I'm like conditioned to wake up to that song, so that's good. Let's see, there was a while, actually, for most of my life, I would just have to switch around whatever song was my alarms. And it was usually kind of just like, whatever, I'm just going to set a random one or one that I kind of like. Uh, but now I've started setting like songs that I really like as my alarms, and I found that those work better because there is I have a bad I have a terrible habit of getting used to songs and them no longer waking me up, and I now realize it's something else that's very, very off about this hand. It's so fucking long. No, I wanted to go out. Alright, I gotta look at this from a distance, and I gotta look at it right. Oh my gosh, it's so much better. He's got weird stubby fingers, and he's coming for you. Got weird stubby fingers, and he's way off into distance. No! No, no. There we go. That's the button I want. No, not there. Over here. Alright. Alright. We're gonna fix these fingers now. Like I said, they're weird and stubby. So we're just gonna fix that. I love cheating. I don't. Hold on. Alright, so I just said the phrase I love cheating. Want to know what came into my mind? You'll never guess it. I it's truly impossible to guess, but what came into my mind is there is a GIF of Hulk Hogan driving a motorcycle down a highway or like this road that's right next to like a beach or like some water, and in like the backgrounds of one of these shots there's a guy who just has like a black Labrador retriever. He's just like holding him in his arms, and you see him like go back like this and throw the dog into the water. And it's so random, and it's in like the back of this shot of like Hulk Hogan trying to look like cool and badass. It's so funny, and I have no idea why that just popped into my head. Oh gosh. Why did that just pop into my head? I was talking about cheating, and my brain's like, you gotta think about this now. And I did. Alright. Let's Okay, there we go. Palm is still really long. I gave this guy some freaking long palms. Long palm McGee over here. Yeah. They're not too long, but they're still long. Alright, from a distance. Alright. Looking better, looking better. Let's flip it around. Okay. I think we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. We're getting soon to where I'm gonna be able to add clothes to this guy. Oh man. I tell you what, watching other artists just be able to like start out their drawings of people like with the clothes on them, I'm like, how? How? I have to draw the most naked person possible to like figure out what their body even looks like before I can start adding clothes on top of it. Is the palm still long? You know what? Let's try. You know what? Now that I've got the actual like pads in there, I think that's actually what they're called too, pads. Like the pads on like a bear paw. Oh, okay, you know what? I know what the issue is. It's that. Okay. Okay. The issue is that I've messed up the thumb. That's really what the issue is. Because thumb pad go higher than that. Thumb pad. Thumb pad go like this. Yes. Thumb pad go high. Thumb pad go low. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think that was an important step to be able to get everything in there, get everything sized correctly, but I don't think I'm going to leave those in. All right, now let's focus on something still weird about those eyes. I don't know what it is though. Something still weird about those eyes. Um, okay. Actually, you know what? Hold on. All right, his right hand's going to be like fully encased in rock. So I don't want to like go messing around with that. And I was thinking about like, hey, let's start drawing the rock, but no. I mean, rock is clothes, so let's draw clothes. Rock is clothes. Okay, and this leg was seemed too short to me, so I'm fixing that. Still seems something weird about this leg. Well, I think it's because it's like sticking up at that angle. It makes it look like it's where it's as it's going to the front, but right now at this angle it makes it look like it's going to the side and he's just like lifting up his leg. So it's kind of weird. But when you think about it, the fact that he's really like it's supposed to be going to the front, like up and forward a little bit. And it's going to be foreshortened just a little. My brain's trying to make sense of this, and it can't. It won't. It refuses. I think that's something that I'm gonna have to figure out when once I actually start like adding in details. All right, but before that, I gotta go switch out my laundry again. Un minuto. Alright, I'm back. What's next? Clothes. How do I want this guy to look? I don't want to use the clothes from the guy above because this is a completely different part of the world. I mostly use him because the reason why I grabbed this is because his character is a half-elf. Duh, that's for the ears. Oh my god. I remembered why I grabbed that now. I gotta frickin' figure out the ears. Hold up. I was just like, yeah, the ears are fine. The ears are not fine. Oh my god. It's gonna be like when I did Link's ears. What is it with being drawn pointy-eared motherfuckers? What's going on here? Okay. Let's... Man, this is different coming at this from this angle. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Did I get it? I don't know. Yeah, sorry, there was a fly on my screen. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh man. I'm glad I remembered that. I would have gotten all the way to the end and be like, no, the ears! No! And would have had to redo a whole bunch of shit. I'm glad I saw this now. Still something off about the face, but I cannot put my finger on it. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, I grabbed this guy for the half-elfness, but I can't even see him when I'm trying to do the ears. Let's let's use this reference here for what it's supposed to be. Reference. Let's see. So I think I got too much of an angle. Or just, but just like barely. Let's just... Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay. Okay, it needs to be like... Not quite like that. Or like that. Like that. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now it's time for our boy to stop being naked. No! We gotta get some clothes in this mofo. Alright, what kind of clothes do we want? Huh? What kind of clothes do we want? I realized that I was not at all ready for this. I always imagine him as wearing like stuff that's a little more flowy. Because his character is a trader, like a trader, a trader. he grew up in a village that grows a lot of wheat and sorghum and rye. Basically, just grows a lot of grains, and he would take it to different places. That's how he ended up with where the rest of the party is. But he's got like this elemental, and he's just like, I don't know, I guess I'm just chilling with this. But eventually, like an opportunity came up to be like, you know what, you have this. Do you want to do something more with it? So he's taken up the opportunity. And there's something. Actually, hold on. He's not a. Dudes might be more fridge-like, but they are not fridges. Actually, no, I don't like either of these. Made him look like he was bigger than he actually is. Okay, yeah, I'm hitting close to where I want to be. Actually, you know what? Let's erase some of this and see what I like. Why do I have the tiniest eraser in the world? Oh, so much. There we go. That is actually better. Okay. It's always funny, like, the things that make me go like, yes, okay, that's more of a person. And it usually has to do with removing straight lines. And I'm so excited. For some reason, streaming maybe and realizing like, all right, I'm gonna have to switch my laundry during the stream made me actually remember to switch it. So now all my clothes are gonna be clean. Usually it takes me days to do laundry because I'm like, oh yeah. All right, I think I'm just putting off putting clothes on him at this point. But one of the mistakes I made with Link was that I was just like, I'll fix this later when I'm doing the line art. Then I got later to the line art, and it was way more difficult to fix it then than just doing it before when I was doing a rougher sketch. And so I'm trying to not do that now. And speaking of which, shoulders don't do this. There we go. All right. What clothes are we putting on him? Do I want to go with like the usual like Pathfinder types of clothes? Hmm. He is pretty much. You know what? Let's kind of use that as a base. Um, the character that he gave me is clearly wearing like that's a collared shirt with what appears to be like uh, suspenders, which is something that you would not see during like the more like medieval fantasy setting this is. Um, let's see if I can find something. Da ba da ba ba da ba. A wop bop skiddly doo. Let's see if I can just find like some official art of like a train. So intricate already. Yep, that's that art style. Yeah, no, not like that. I don't want a denizen a Lang. All right, this is probably. All right. My goodness gracious me, oh my. Ba ba da ba ba da ba. We're gonna make a new one, and then we're gonna hide these two for a bit. It's gonna be hilarious, I swear. And then we're gonna, no, we're gonna just, whoa, that's a big picture. All right, there's a lot going on here. So much going on here. Uh, and hold on, I'm gonna stop making this all askew. And we're also gonna make this smaller because we don't need all this. Here's some clothes reference. Act like it. Look at this. This is the fun thing about Pathfinder art. It is super detailed and intricate. All right. Let's also. But you know what? Good. I need that practice. All right. Let's erase these little bits so I'm not going over them. All right. Awesome. Now back up to here. We got a new layer. We're gonna slap some clothes on this hoe. Look at him running around all naked. I am here. Hey, it's that noise. No problem, man. I assumed you were working on stuff. Oh yeah, I told myself I was going to at the hour. Nope, I was going to at the hour check what you sent me on Discord. I said that to myself and then never said it out loud. Do I not have Discord on my? I do not. I need to get Discord on my iPad. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, oh, nice. That looks really cool. Oh yeah, it looks like the Earth's like coming up and like forming around him. That's really cool. Oh, that's cool. I like that logo. Like a little dude wearing headphones with an N4 face. Now the only question is where to put the S. Maybe it could go over the N. So it's like the two of the letters together. But that can get confusing. Let's see. Hmm. There's also a lot of negative space like around the N. But I really like what it's doing with like it being the face. I think that's cool. And I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Oh, what if let's see, what if you just put the word like noise over where his eyes would be, almost like they're goggles? That would like fill up some of that negative space. I don't know what where you do with the word sad though. That's the thing. Um, but I really like the fact I really like the end being like the face. Um, I'm trying to wonder how to get both. I'm not worried about the word the. I'm just trying to figure out how to get both sad and noise in there. I don't know, but only thing I think of is maybe making noise like look like goggles or something like that. Or oh, um, you could make like you can make like the S and the D be the eyes and the A be the nose, and then make the word noise like the mouth. That would be cool. So like right eye would be S, left eye would be D, A would the nose would be the A, and then noise right here, like smiling or something, and maybe in a robot grin. That would be cool. The headphones are meant to be notes. Oh, an eighth note with a twist. I can try. Yeah. Whatever it is, it's already better than mine. Like I said, I did that in 2 hours and I had a rough idea of what I wanted to do when I was getting in there. And by rough, I mean I kind of maybe thought I had an idea. All right. One thing I'm really glad about I got this reference. I have been trying racking my bread, racking my bread. I've been racking my bread and my head and my brain, trying to figure out how I was going to incorporate uh, this guy's favorite weapon into his design, because it didn't make sense with all of the other stuff. Because he was just going to be like holding a weapon in his hand, and that didn't make any sense. This guy's just got it tucked into his belt, so I can just do the same thing with him. That's great. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now I just got to figure out how to draw a guitar. There we go. That doesn't look suggestive at all. Oh no, it looks so bad. Although my brain went to, I saw, I'm trying to draw a Squidward. I saw a Squidward, but with like huge gauge earrings and a top hat. I was like, damn, this is the coolest Squidward ever. You've seen handsome Squidward. Prepare yourself for cool punk rock Squidward. Oh my god. All right. We're going to use this as a bit of reference here. Uh, I don't like the hat. Definitely not doing the hat. But the coat, yes, not this nice. The belts, yes, because as we all know, more belts make things more cool. No stick. Um, the random, like, what is this? What is this? It definitely adds like a lot, but this isn't a vest, and it also isn't a corset. Oh, it's armor. Duh. Yeah, that's just armor. All right, well, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, because that would be his undershirt right there. And then he would be wearing his armor over it so it doesn't chafe. Um, and then he has his coat on top of it. Okay, yeah. That's still weird. It's still not great armor because there's this right here. He just stabbed in between them. But I mean, if you're a traitor and most likely going to get ambushed from the side, someone's like popping out of the woods, like that's probably best. And you're not going to be fighting. You're most likely just going to be running if that's the case. Also, put your knife in a sheath, man. Like, that's super dangerous. You're gonna stab yourself in the groin. Also, this guy's a dwarf, but anyways. I can't get over this hat. Like, what's with these? What's with these fins? I don't know what's with the fins. Everything else I get and I understand, but it's the fins on the side of the hat that I'm like, why? Must be like a cultural thing. All right. But I was thinking something along the lines. Definitely not as fancy as this. This guy has got like nice thick clothing, and brilliant hues with like gold trim. This guy's definitely made some money. Uh, this character is dealing sorghum on the weekends, so you know, um, and that's not a euphemism. uh, all right. Um, actually, hold up. I'm gonna do something. What kind of armor does he have? I have their character sheets. I don't know why I haven't thought to do this. I'm not showing this because this is actually like my personal stuff, so you're not gonna see this on your end. But da ba da ba. And da 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 da. There he is. He's a summoner. Actually, I don't even think he has armor. Yeah, he's not trained in armor because he's a magic caster. Okay, yeah. All right, so he's just gonna have his undershirt and a cloak. Now I gotta try to make this cloak look like it's actually functional and not something that dudes who think they're way cooler than they are buy from like uh, a Spencer's and a mall so they can wear with their fedora. That's what I wanna. That's what I want to avoid at all costs. The mall fedora trench coat. Anyways, all right. Let's get to it. Do it to it, Pruitt. It. All right. I'm. Come on. You got this. Let's on a different layer. You can't mess up what you've done underneath. The face is looking better. Still got to work on the brows, but we'll do that later. Hmm. I'm also I'm also rethinking the mouth. Anyways, hold up. Okay. Also, it's the middle of summer. Actually, I think I got his. I think I just figured out his look. Yeah, let's do something rough and see how I like it. It's gonna be hanging down a bit. Gonna be wearing short sleeves. Well, it's not the middle of summer. It's actually the end of summer, but it's still warm. So it's gonna be like it's. I've been putting it at like. I've been putting it at like early September, but early September. It's not fall. All right, and then okay. Pants are going to be up here. Shirt's going to be bunching around here because it's going to be tucked in. And then, actually, going back to this one, this character has suspenders. I'm like, you know what? I am going to incorporate those suspenders. So let's incorporate them. We got suspenders. They're going to be reaching down, and they're going to be buckled in. Like this is a farm boy with a horse. That's essentially what he is. So let's dress him like that. There's a farm boy with a horse and a cart, so he can take more stuff farther than most people. There we go. Got a horse and a dream. And sorghum. Also, this needs to be more down here. Oh, there we go. Wow, just adding a shirt made him look way less naked, even though I haven't given him pants yet. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I learned how to draw clothes. They're really helpful. All right. All right. Oh man. Let's see. I wanted to be a farm boy, but I also want him to look like he's dressed for the road a little bit. I still think I like the cloak though. You know what? Every time I've thought of him, I've always thought of him as with a cloak and like with uh with good boots and like baggier pants. Because I mean, what's going to be important to you when you're on the road? You need your shoes to be good. So they're going to go up. They're going to go up high so they can protect you. And then I imagine him with the pants actually like, alright, we're going to just do this real rough. Like, pants actually like tucked into the boots. There we go. Let's see. And then they're going to be hanging out a little bit around here. But then they're really going to get like crumpled up in over here as we got like all the rocks. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I still like that coat though. Yeah, 'cause like this he looks too like like farm boy. Like he still is a trader. So, I feel like he does need that. He does need that cloak. Actually, I'm going to put that on a different layer. This is going to be the cloak layer. Wabam. All right. I also want to make the cloak a little different color so I can like differentiate it from everything else. Okay, so this is going to have a collar. Here, there's a cloak. But it's going to be open. Now the real question is, how long is this going to be? All right. I realize I probably should have not used red because now it looks like he just has blood leaking down the front of him. Real sorry about that. Alright, but then it's gonna go, and it's gonna go around and down, kind of like back over. This is gonna go around, down, and over here. Also, it's a fantasy game. You gotta have a cloak if you're gonna be in a fantasy game. That's like rule number one. There we go. Plus, that cloak is literally his armor now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see, should the sleeves of the cloak be rolled up? Like even higher than his undershirt? That's a look, right? I like being real messy with stuff. This is actually kind of fun. No, the cloak sleeve should go down further the than the regular sleeves. That's for sure. And then okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Man, I'm glad I discovered different layers. There was a time when I was starting doing this that I was like, nah, I'm probably not going to use that many layers. What a fool and a child I was. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go back down here and let's erase the stuff that would not be seen because I put in a cloak. It's a lot. Oh man, that's kind of the process though. You gotta figure stuff out. Yeah, I think this is necessary though. All right, there we go. And then it would be yeah. And yeah. Yeah. Blood cape. Yeah. Not yet. I'm sure that's a thing though. There's got to be a blood cape somewhere. It's some item that you can get from somewhere. All right. All right, there we go. All right, we got the basics. Actually, I'm going to leave these. Actually, this is going to go further out this way. And it needs to be a little bit bigger. All right, I'm trying so hard not to make this a fedora wearing cloak. At one point, oh gosh, I had a guy who was an NPC, and a lot of the stuff, a lot of stuff in the area that they're in, I based off of like New Orleans, and like 1920s like flappers and like that kind of styles. So at least that's what's running through my head as like I'm describing people. And they all wore hats back then and whatnot. And there was this one guy who's like a jazz musician essentially. And I was like, yeah, he's got a harmonica and he has a fedora, but he's wearing it because it completes his look, not because he thinks it's cool. I want to be very clear about that distinction. So I had that in my head, and I was like, yeah, this guy would definitely have a hat like that, but it would be because of the look, not of anything else, please. What they don't what they don't know is that that guy is actually secretly a bad guy. Shh, don't tell him. I've had a lot of fun. There's like an evil gang in this town that's like controlling this town, and I've let them know like, hey, there's a good chance they figured out there's like 10 leaders of this, and they know of three. And I'm like, hey, so that means that the other seven are secret. So there's a good chance you might have met some of them. There's also a good chance that some of them you just haven't met. They've met most of them. I think there's only one, two, uh, I can think of that they haven't met. And most of them are like really like random one-time NPCs. Some are people that are integral to their people's backstories. Uh, and some are like little one-off things. It's probably some of the most devious DMing I've ever done, and I am super proud of it. Uh, let's see. All right, we got that. We got this. We got that. Now it's time to. Oh man, my ears are killing me. Oh my gosh. Ah, they're ringing so. I got talking about stuff and waxing DM, and my ears filled up and started ringing really loud. All right. Now I got to think about this because I just had a thought. I was like, the sad noise. I don't know how old you are, but did you ever in school, especially in like elementary school, did your teacher ever like, oh gosh, especially in like history class when you guys were learning about the revolution, did they ever show you like, I forget what it was called, but there was like this kids cartoon that was made in like, I think it was the early 2000s that was on like PBS or something like that, and it was like a cartoon about like kids during the Revolutionary War, and it was like a history thing, but it was from like their perspective. Um, and it was meant to be like an educational kids show. And oh gosh, I remember seeing some of those episodes. It didn't. I never saw any when I was in elementary school because it came out after I was in elementary school. But I've worked in schools, and I know that some of the teachers have showed those on like days, on like random days. So now I have this in my head, and it just hit me. This kid looks like he would have been in that show. Because of that style. I was like, oh no, this looks like a character from that PBS Revolutionary War cartoon. Oh no, I gotta fix this. I don't know how to fix it though. Hmm. Oh, never mind. I know exactly how to fix this. What do you do to make somebody look cooler? Belts, baby. Alright, this is probably going to be the last thing that I do. Alright, we're going to figure out the basics of this. And, he's got... Alright, actually, we're going to do this. No, we can do this on the same layer. Alright, we're going to just be real messy with it. He's got belts, and then... Honestly, guitars are big. They'd probably be, like, hanging down to his side. Maybe they're, like, strapped to his side. By the way, a guitar... I keep saying this like it's a thing people know, but it's, the things I learned when I DM in a medieval setting. A guitar is a punching dagger. So it's a dagger where you hold it like the handle's right here and the blade's sticking up like this. So think about like it's it's kind of like if you ever seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the size where they hold them like this with like a fist instead of like around the ends. They hold them like this, and then they like actually like punch in with them and whatnot. Except for instead of having like one long thin blade that you punch with, the hand goes around. The handle's like right here where it grips it, uh, and then there's one big thick blade, and then two smaller blades that go out to the side. So And usually whenever it's sheathed, like these other blades will like fold in and lock into place. But when you pull it out, it's like this, and it's meant to be like it's a weapon for killing somebody. Like you're stabbing it into them, and it's leaving like three holes, one pretty thick, nasty, and then like two smaller ones. Like you're bleeding out. So he's got two of these as his weapons, and they both do different things. One Uh, you can put like in Pathfinder, you can put like a whole bunch of enchantments on weapons, and he got one that's called Extend, and he can just pretty much as often as he wants, like point it at somebody, and then it will just like boom, like shoot out to like the blade will just extend to be like 60 feet long. Like no joke, it's 60 feet, and then come back. Think of it like oh gosh, have you ever seen like OG Dragon Ball? Goku has like a staff that can extend, or like the Wukong staff that can like extend and get really long. It's that, but you can put it on pretty much anything. So you can put it on like a sword, and then just be like, "Have at thee!" and then boom, just stab somebody from 60 feet away. It's great. It's probably one of my favorite ones. Um, that one's just goofy and practical, honestly. Um, because if you have a really good sword and you're really good at swinging the sword, but you're real shit at shooting a bow, well, now you can shoot people with a sword. uh, anyways, all right. So that's all of that to say is that I think these are going to be in sheets like on his side over here. And yeah, I'm gonna imagine them like hanging down, and then they're gonna be in sheets on the side. So that I can like have them on his character because he uses them a bunch because they're cool. Um, that's gonna help. And then just for style, another belt that's going around this way for no reason whatsoever. Or do I want to pull like this guy and like stick one of them here? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Anyways, Yeah, so arming him makes him look less like a BBS character kit. Also, we'll be actually putting in his facial hair. I realize I haven't done that yet, but I'm honestly gonna save that for when I'm like really doing like the final version of the face, because I mean, just slapping in some facial hair now. Honestly helps a little bit, but it just makes him look less like a child. Doesn't make him look any better. All right, all right, all right, all right. I kind of like this general look though. Um, let's get the basics down, and now let's iterate to make it better. All right, this is going a lot faster, like a lot faster than it did with Link, like the first one. At least I feel like it is. I've essentially just spent 2 days, and I'm already to the point where I'm putting clothes on him, which was not the case with Link. Like 2 days and 4 hours. That was like, oh god, that was like forever. No, why did I just do that? Anyways, all right. With that, let's take a look at what we got. Let's flip it one more time. There's something wrong with his head shape too. I'm just gonna keep fixing his head a little by little by little every time we come in, and eventually it's gonna start looking more normal. That's that's what I'm thinking. All right, final logo for now. Sent in DM Discord. Oh, cool. Let me take a look real quick. Oh yeah, nice. Yes. Okay. Adding the color in the background really helped. Adding the color in the background really helped, and as well as like the little bit of shading. Yes. Okay. That that helped a lot, and uh, it makes it seem more like a round object rather than like negative space. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, with that, um, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna get back to this on Sunday, and then I think, gosh, I think next week I'm gonna have to learn how to draw this hair. Like, I'm probably gonna spend Tuesday trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this hair, and then probably Thursday next week as well. Actually, no, we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna see how far we get on Sunday. I want to get to a place where I'm actually like ready to do the hair and make it look good, instead of just learning it and then having to like put that away in my brain until I actually get to the place where I can do it. I don't know. We'll see where we end up on Sunday, and we'll figure out what I'm doing the next week after. Let's just play it by ear. Fuck around and find out. Um, dubious motto at best, but you know, it works. All right. Well, I'm going to call it there. You have a wonderful rest of your night. Sad noise. Uh, I'm liking the logo, and I will see you later. Goodbye for now. Peace.